Oops. Sorry. I'm too short. Move the camera. Aha! Hello. Hi. I'm no Frankie. What's up? We're gonna read more today. What do you think? Blink. Blink, 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 blink. The bane of VTubers everywhere, the ability to blink. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, I know what I need to do. Hold on a second. Here, you can look at this lovely tree. Hold on one sec. There we go. Yeah. Let's close that. Okay, thank you. Now how did I do this? Whoa, that's a brick wall. It's a brick wall. It's made of bricks. Okay. Anyway, hello. I'm not gonna be doing the reading today. I just wanted to say hi. To anybody who might be here. At least one of you who is here, I think. Wow. I'm just gonna take my glasses off. Hold on. So annoying. Okay. Hey, I think we might just go into the booth. We've been we've been thinking about, like, I'm too short. Thank you. We've been thinking about, like, I'm still too short. Whatever. We've been thinking about, like, doing stuff, and then other things too. But, you know, these things happen in due time. So I'm gonna go over now to the booth. Okay, you ready? Let's go. This way. Get a nice clip. No, I'm not sitting down. Okay. Now. There. Now I turn the lights up. Ready? 3, 2, 1, ya. Ta-da! It doesn't look that different. But that's the idea, right? Alright. Hello! We're gonna read some more small guides. I gotta write the message. Violet reading for you. Be nice and have fun. Has good day. Yup. And I put a bunch of blue hearts because that's me. And here's a penguin for you. And a ghost. We like ghosts. Okay. Bye. Here's Violet. In just a sec. Oh! Hello there. Oh! Oh yeah, it's time. Where are we? Page 34. I think I have to tell you, brother. Oh, no, wait. That's not... We're not on page 34. Page 24. The two men looked at Vorbis. No, not page 24. Page 282. Although the donkey was only made a bishop. Said Bishop Deathwish Treem. Wait, what? 282. No. We're on page like 14. Melons. Ah, melons. Said Noomrod slowly. Melons. Melons. I don't know why he gets so excited about melons. Do you like melons? Hello. Well, that goes some way toward explaining things, of course. Flickering eyelids. Is Brother Nahumrad a VTuber? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna pass it over to Violet now. Watch this. It's just gonna be poof, Violet, right? No, kind of. And here's Violet! And here's Violet. Yeah, hi. Oh, wow. This is great. Welcome. Let's scooch this down, please. Hi. How's everyone doing? I love this. Glad to see you're here. I was thinking a lot about our visitor yesterday and the writings of their own that they wished to share. I want to re-emphasize before we get started that I still haven't fixed my hair. No, that's not. That is a trivial thing and not important. I want to re-emphasize that if any of you have your own creative endeavors that you wish to share with us, that we're very interested in learning about them and experiencing them, and if you're interested in receiving it, sharing our feedback with you. So once again, it was not Zim, but I believe Zem. I thank you for having joined us yesterday. I believe you did follow up with us in direct messages on Reality, and we will look forward to following up with you later this week. So please look forward to that as well. We sometimes take a little while to follow up on direct messages, but that's a personal boundary, and it's just how we are. If you ever need an immediate response, please don't hesitate to just come into my stream and be like, Violet, I need to talk to you right away. It's very important. When are you next available? And we can figure something out, okay? Loving the sunny days and bird chirps, yes! Yes, the world is waking up here in the Northern Hemisphere, just on the outskirts of New York City. It's lovely, it's lovely. It fills my heart with hope for the year ahead, and I hope it fills your hearts with hope as well. Even if you are not personally experiencing it, perhaps even just the thought of it is enough to motivate you a little bit. Now, is our sound balance? I think our sound balance is okay. Those of you here on Reality, as well as those of you here on YouTube, please let us know either right now in the chat on Reality or after the fact in the comments on YouTube how your sound experience, your audio experience is. It's very important to me. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. We're just getting started with today's reading. Continuing Small Gods. Small Gods, a one-off story in the Discworld universe by the, one might describe him to be legendary, Terry Pratchett. If you've never heard of Discworld, well, you're in for quite an adventure, and as I said, this is but one of many stories in the Discworld. And this one is a bit unusual compared to some of the others. Oh, I was just thinking too, we were talking about some characters, what was it, yesterday I think? Rincewind, Esme the Witch. Who else did I mention? Well, of course, the very infamous and definitely legendary Luggage. However, there are some other characters I didn't even get to talk about, like everyone's favorite, Police Werewolf, not to mention her boyfriend, Carrot. We all love carrots, right? Very good on the eyes. Oh my goodness. Anyway, okay. Carrot is definitely a favored character as well. But Angua, I think, is her name. Is that right? It's been a little while. I look forward to returning to those stories. And of course, Vimes. You want to talk about character growth. Oh goodness, he goes through so much wonderful character growth. And of course, he has his very wonderful wife to thank for almost all of it. But anyway, I hope you all are ready. Please feel free to share gifts and hearts here in the reality experience if you wish, but that's not required. Honestly, what's most important to us is those aforementioned comments and feedback, particularly on the YouTube video, because we are live on YouTube right now. So, where were we? Well, first of all, that's Danky, you hear that? And if you listen very closely, you might hear the silent but still very lovely chirping of Danky's loving mother, Shiho, also known as Bonnibel. And Bonnibel's loving bird husband, if you will, Hunson Abadir. Yeah, ship that, right? Bonnibel and Hunson Abadir. Well, that's the reality. Oh. We love that. Where did we leave off? Melons? Melons. We're going to backtrack a tiny bit to page 13 because that's actually the very top of page 14. So here we go. I'm not going to do a recap today. Today is... what day is it? It's Monday. Lunes. Hoy es lunes. And for us, today is a very personal day, as is tomorrow. And so we're going to just kind of keep it simple today. But I wanted to still be sure to share this experience with you. And if nothing else, give you the opportunity to hear that, right? I don't know if you can hear that. I'm not sure if the mic picks that up. It's so precious. All right. There, said Solid Snake. No. Wait a second, no. There, said Brother Nimrod, patting Brother on the shoulder. I'm sure you will see things clearer now. Remember this? It'll come back to you, and honestly, you have the benefit of being able to go back and experience the readings again if you don't quite remember. There. I'm sure you will see things clearer now. Brother felt that a specific reply was expected. Yes, Master, he said. I'm sure I shall. Shall. It is your holy duty to resist the voices at all times, said Nimrod, still patting. Yes, Master, I will. Especially if they tell me to do any of the things you mentioned. Mentioned. Good. Good. And if you hear them again, what will you do? Come and tell you, said Brother, dutifully. Tell you. Good, good. That's what I like to hear, said Nimrod. That's what I tell all my boys. Remember that I'm always here to deal with any little problems that may be bothering you. Yes, Master. Shall I go back to the garden now? No, I think so, and no more voices, do you hear? Nimrod waved a finger of his non-patting hand. A cheek puckered. Yes, Master. What were you doing in the garden? Brother Nimrod asked suddenly of Brother. Hoeing the melons, Master, said Brother. And welcome, welcome. We're just talking about hoes and melons. Not quite. We're reading Small Gods by Terry Pratchett, a one-off novel in the Discworld universe and one of our favorite stories. Melons? Melons. Ah, melons, said Nimrod slowly. That's a good question there in the chat. I ask myself that every single day. Melons. Melons. Well, that goes some way toward explaining things, of course. An eyelid flickered madly. And now we continue Getting back to the Deacon Vorbis, who is in charge of the mighty and honestly kind of scary Quisition. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition, but I think everyone does expect the Omnian Quisition. It was not just the great god that spoke to Vorbis, the deacon of the Omnian Quisition. In the confines of his head, it was not just the great god that spoke to him. Everyone spoke to an exquisitor sooner or later. It was just a matter of stamina. Oh dear, I think we're alluding towards torture. Yeah, but don't worry. This is not a graphic novel. Quite literally. There is actually a Discworld graphic novel. It's very nice. I lent it to someone very special. I wonder if they've enjoyed it yet. Anyway, everyone spoke to an exquisitor sooner or later. It was just a matter of stamina. And thank you. Vorbis didn't often go down to watch the Inquisitors at work these days. Exquisitors didn't have to. He sent down instructions. Did you hear that? Tanky singing the Rosalina song. Oh, we really want to get them working on that again. La da 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 da. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that makes me so happy. Okay, where were we? Sorry. I've been waiting a while to hear them say that again, and they know it. They hold it over my head. Drives me crazy. Alright. Exquisitors didn't have to go down to watch the Inquisitors at work these days. Vorbis sent down instructions, he received reports, but special circumstances merited his special attention. Interesting, special circumstances? Let's hold still now. We've moved the camera a lot. We're gonna hold still now. It has to be said, there was little to laugh at in the cellar of the Quisition. Not if you had a normal sense of humor. There were no jolly little signs saying, "You don't have to be pitilessly sadistic to work here, but it helps." No such signs. But there were things to suggest to a thinking person that the creator of mankind had a very oblique sense of fun indeed, and to breed in his heart a rage to storm the gates of heaven. Let's say that again. What did I just read? I will admit sometimes we change words here and there, and I did change one word there. And you might guess what it is. I'll change it again. But I won't change anything else. I'll read this again. But in the cellar of the Quisition, there were indeed things to suggest to a thinking person that the creator of mankind had a very oblique sense of fun indeed. And this is the part of the sentence that maybe you didn't quite understand, and maybe I didn't either. And to breed in his heart, I would assume they are referring to the creator as him, a rage to storm the gates of heaven. Interesting. Sounds scary. The mugs, for example. The Inquisitors stopped work twice a day for coffee. Their mugs, which each man had brought from home, were grouped around the kettle on the hearth of the central furnace, which incidentally heated the irons and knives. Isn't that kind of messed up? Welcome. Getting lots of friends today. We're doing a reading of Terry Pratchett's Small Gods, part of the Discworld series of novels. We won't be responding to chat too much, but you are welcome to stick around and enjoy the experience, whether here on Reality or on YouTube. Their mugs were grouped around the kettle on the hearth of the central furnace, which incidentally heated the irons and knives, which we can only assume were used for torturing those poor victims of the Omnian Inquisition. Oh dear. They had legends on them, on the mugs, yes, like a present from the Holy Grotto of Osiri, or to the world's greatest daddy. Most of them were chipped, and no two of them were the same. Interesting. Just as no two of you all are the same, and if you have your own little cracks and chips, we invite them. Yes, we do, and thank you very much. So we have the mugs, but there's also postcards on the wall. It was traditional that when an inquisitor went on holiday, he'd send back a crudely colored woodcut of the local view with some suitably jolly and risque message on the back, as we move now to page 15. And there was the pinned-up, tearful letter from Inquisitor First Class Ishmael Pop Quoom. They just call him Pop for short. Ishmael Quoom, thanking all the lads for collecting no fewer than 78 obols for his retirement present, and a lovely bunch of flowers for Mrs. Quoom, indicating that he'd always remember his days in number 3 pit, and he was looking forward to coming in and helping out anytime they were short-handed. Goodness gracious. You'd never know that this was a torture pit based on the way we're talking about it, right? Thank you so much. Glad to have you here. Really glad to have you all here. Let's continue. We're experiencing the interesting environment of the Omni Inquisition's pits of justice, was it? Welcome back, my friend. We were just talking about you earlier. I look forward to following up with you later this week. Alright. And it all meant this. Okay, I just love, though, I love the mental image of these cheerful mugs and these cheerful woodcut postcards. Coffee mugs just sitting on the furnace, the same furnace that they use to heat the very tools that they're torturing these poor people with. It's like a joke. But, I mean, that's the point, I guess, right? And it all meant this. That there are hardly any excesses of the most crazed psychopath that cannot easily be duplicated by a normal, kindly family man who just comes in to work every day and has a job to do. You know, I think that bears repeating. Speaking of mugs, a sentiment that bears repeating. I think of a mug that we have somewhere that says similar to that. Listen to this. This is actually a very important sentiment. And it all meant this, that there are hardly any excesses of the most crazed psychopath that cannot easily be duplicated by a normal, kindly family man who just comes into work every day and has a job to do. You think of, for example, I don't know, certain troopers of certain, Well, the point is, everybody just wants to get by, right? And if your job is to literally torture people day in and day out, well, are you getting paid? Can you support your family? Do you adequately compartmentalize those people you're torturing as non-human so you don't have to think about it and face the real consequences of what you're doing every day? Yeah? Great. Then you're fine. No. Vorbis loved knowing that, and of course he would. Deacon Vorbis, the leader of the Inquisition, Vorbis loved knowing that. A man who knew that knew everything he needed to know about people. Currently, Vorbis was sitting alongside the bench on which lay what was still technically the trembling body of Brother Sasho, formerly his secretary. Oh dear. And that's the problem with people like this who have this kind of power. You get on their bad side, and now all of a sudden, you're the one on the rack, as it were. He looked up at the duty inquisitor, who nodded. Vorbis leaned over the chained secretary. What were their names? He repeated. Don't know. The secretary seemed to barely manage to get out. I know you gave them copies of my correspondence, Sasho. They are treacherous heretics who will spend eternity in the hells. How lovely. Will you join them? Don't know names. I trusted you, Sasho. You spied on me. You betrayed the church, and that's church with a capital Ch. No names. Truth is surcease from pain, Sasho. Tell me. Truth. Vorbis sighed, and then he saw one of Sasho's fingers curling and uncurling under the manacles, beckoning. Oh my goodness, are you hearing this? Here we are, chatting gleefully together, having a nice time, enjoying the bird song, enjoying the music, and poor Sasho is literally being tortured to death. I'm sorry, Sasho. I'm gonna think about all the timelines where you have a better life, where maybe you live in, I don't know, what is it? Moorpork? Is that the name of it? No, don't you dare block my camera. Come here. Ankh-Morpork. A bit like the New York City of the Discworld. A lot, I would say, a lot more of a happier place than Omnia. Alright, let's see what happens to poor Sasho. I'm gonna think about Sasho's life in Ankh-Morpork. What they could have been like there. The life they could have led there, you know? They deserve it. Vorbis sighed, and then he saw one of Sasho's fingers curling and uncurling under the manacles, beckoning. Yes? He leaned closer over the body. Sasho opened his, I don't like this, one remaining eye. And we move now on to page 16. I'm eager to be done with this scene. I don't know about you. I'm not enjoying this. Truth. Yes? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sasho, on the rack, on the verge of their last breath, they're about to utter something very important. Those of you familiar with the Discworld will understand the importance of what is about to be uttered. But if you don't know about the Discworld, well, stick around and you'll learn. Sasho said to Vorbis, Really? Really? Dinky. Come here. Ben, baby. Oh my god. That's not Sasho, that's just Danky. You're fine, you're so dramatic. Thank you for joining. Hi, we're at a very weird part. This is a very weird part of this story. Somebody's literally being tortured to death. But, with their final breath, they utter... Okay, well, maybe not their final breath, but they're getting there. The turtle moves. What does that mean? The turtle moves? What turtle? And who cares if it moves? Interesting, right? The turtle moves. Vorbis sat back, his expression unchanged, as we continue here on page 16 of Terry Pratchett's Small Gods. His expression seldom changed unless he wanted it to. The Inquisitor watched him in terror. I see, said Vorbis. He stood up and nodded at the Inquisitor. How long has Sasho been down here? 2 days, Lord, replied the Inquisitor to Vorbis. And you can keep him alive for... perhaps 2 days more, Lord. Do so. It is, after all, said Vorbis, our duty to preserve life for as long as possible, is it not? The Inquisitor gave him the nervous smile of one in the presence of a superior whose merest word could see him manacled on a bench. Yes, Lord. Ah, wonderful! Yes, hearts for Deacon Vorbis. Oh my gosh. Heresy and lies everywhere, Vorbis sighed. And now I shall have to find another secretary. It is too vexing. Oh my goodness. Well, what's next here? Brother. Oh good, we have Brother to look forward to for next time. We're gonna leave it here for today. This has been very fun though. Hanako the bathroom wait, really? Wait, really? Should I take that as a compliment? I'm familiar with that series. I haven't actually experienced it. I really enjoy the distinct art style that it has. Hanako the bathroom ghost, really? I'm not sure. I think that's a compliment, right? Thank you so much. What a lively stream we have here today. I'm very appreciative for everyone stopping by and sharing your energy. I should let you all know that this is a daily thing that we do. We've been doing it a couple days now, been meaning to do it for a while. And I promise you, not every story involves torture. In fact, most of them don't. This is one of the rare stories that does. So we're just getting this one out of the way first, right? Because most of them involve daring and magic and lots of very funny and interesting characters, and of course the very vicious and very dutiful and very loyal and very what's the word I want? Spacious luggage. Oh, do look forward to the luggage. Oh, the luggage. Anyway. Poor Secretary Sasho could have had a life in Ankh-Morpork, could have maybe been working for the aforementioned Samuel Vimes, would have had a much better life there under Vimes than under Vorbis. And I think had Sasho uttered to Vimes, "The turtle moves," Vimes would have said something like, "Duh. Duh. Who cares? Can you get back to your work now?" Omnia is, as you might remember us discussing, a very particular religious nation with very particular religious beliefs, and if you don't follow along with those beliefs, you end up on the table, like poor Sasho, who's effectively being tortured by the very person they used to work for. It's a nasty place, isn't it? It's a nasty place. It reminds me, actually, I was talking troopers before, right? It reminds me of the Empire. Are you familiar with the Empire? It used to be a republic, but then a certain supreme chancellor decided that, you know what? I think I like the title of Emperor a little bit more. Those are some stories that we'd like to get to with you as well. But all in due time, all in good time. So, what did you think today, huh? Thank you to each and all of you for stopping by. We're going to leave it here today, as I think... Let me scroll up a little bit. Yeah, we already hit 30 minutes. Wow, that's my threshold. I don't really want to go too much longer than that. Just because that's not the nature of these streams. They're not meant to be particularly long. It's every day, silly. So come back tomorrow, okay? I hope you had fun here with this violet kitten whose voice apparently sounds like somebody from Hanako the bathroom ghost. Please, who is the character? Do you know? Is that a compliment? Should I be pleased? Anyway, I'm very grateful to all of you for stopping by and enjoying this bit of the story with us. I kind of want to reread it again, but at the same time, I also don't. So if you want to hear it again, I know today's pace was a little jagged, but that's just the nature of a live experience. I'll tell you what, if you guys love this reading so much that you just really wish I could just read through without stopping, I'd be happy to actually do a reading on recording, not live, just the reading. But I don't know if there's any interest in that. So that's a little thought to store away in your head for another time. Poor Sasho. I wonder what brother is up to now. Let's peek ahead a little bit. We're gonna peek ahead just a tiny bit. Let's see. After 20 minutes, brother relaxed. The siren voices of sensuous evil seemed to have gone away. Oh, thank goodness. He got on with the melons. Oh, we're back to melons. He felt capable of understanding melons, don't we all? Melons seemed a lot more comprehensible than most things. Melons are melons. That does do a lot to explain things, doesn't it? Melons, yes, melons. We all love melons here, don't we, darlings? I do like melons. I like a good melon, I do. I could go for a melon right now. Here's a little message that Lil Frankie wrote on my behalf. He was here right at the beginning. She wrote, "Violet reading for you. Be nice and have fun. Has good day, yup." And then a happy little cat face. And then a bunch of hearts from the Lil Frankie, and a happy penguin, and a happy ghost. May you be a happy ghost or penguin today. Have a wonderful day. Today again is Monday. Our presence online today will be fairly limited, as you all know, as well as tomorrow, Tuesday. Again, however, look forward to Wednesday, where we will be streaming on Twitch, on Callie's channel, the link to which you can of course find right on our direct.me. Then Thursday will be on my channel, and Friday right here on YouTube, which is technically Katana's channel. Not all of you know Katana. But I meant what I said. I'd be happy to do a complete read-through if there's an interest in it. And that's probably the last I'll mention that unless I really keep thinking about it. Melons. Do you have a favorite kind of melon? Everybody loves watermelon, right? You know, the funny thing about watermelons is melons. See you soon. And we are no longer live